Joining us now is a man who probably has some opinions on all of it, a guy who has literally been in the NFL his entire life, not only because of his dad, but because of his incredible ability. He'll be coaching in the Pro Bowl this weekend against his brother on everybody's Mount Rushmore of NFL quarterbacks. I was lucky enough to be a teammate of his. Ladies and gentlemen, Peyton Manning. Hey, I heard you're enjoying the hell out of Disney World down there, buddy.
I just finished riding Tron. Probably not great for the neck, Pat, but Ashley, me, and the kids had a good time. I passed on Space Mountain because that's definitely bad for a guy who's had 4 neck surgeries. But yeah, right in the middle of Disney World right now. Having a great time here at the Pro Bowl in Orlando.
Hey, oldest ride, longest line, Space Mountain can be had a different time. I appreciate that you're joining us here. In the Pro Bowl being in Orlando, we talked about this, I think, with J.J. Watt yesterday, about how you used to be the mayor of the Pro Bowl in Hawaii, how there was conversations about the pool and how you would basically explain what the week was. It was a massive celebration. Feels like you're trying to keep the Pro Bowl relevant, trying to keep the Pro Bowl something special. How do you feel about it in Disney World, and how do you feel about the Pro Bowl as a whole and being back a part of it, Peyton?
I think the NFL did a great job calling an audible, if you will, Pat, going to the flag game. Vegas being the first year last year. Players had a lot of fun. The NFL has taken all the players' feedback from last year, how to make it even better. Orlando, they rented out Universal last night for all the players. All the players get to go to Disney World as well. So it's been a home run so far. We got great participation. Obviously, there's 14 guys that are in the Super Bowl from the Chiefs and the Niners that can't be here. And why is that? Because they had great players in that team, and that's why they made the Pro Bowl, but they can't be here. But all the guys are excited, and Eli and I, look, trying to make it fun. Do I want to beat Eli this year? Absolutely. I've been thinking about it all year since last year, so that is the number one goal. But I think the NFL's done a great job, and the participation has been great.
Eli said he's not doing shit this year. He said he said last year he got a lot of work put on his plate. This year he learns. He hired a couple people. He said, you guys do everything. I'm just a figurehead. Are you doing the same thing, or are you more hands-on this year?
Well, like I said, we did hire Wes Welker as offensive coordinator, so we want to bring that Mike McDaniel offense. Tua is our starting quarterback, so Tua will know the system. C.J. Stroud's our second quarterback. Slowick runs the same system as McDaniel, so there should be a smooth transition there. Gardner Minshew is just a gamer, right? So it doesn't matter what kind of offense he's in, he's just going to make it happen. So I feel good about our playbooks. I sent them all the players the playbooks right after they got beat in the playoffs to give them at least 3 weeks to study. So I expect everybody to be tomorrow's practice. And Ray Lewis is the D coordinator, so that's a good thing. And it's going to be great.
Hey, we talked about the infamous Peyton Manning voice memos yesterday. Has Wes Welker got any of those? And have you sent any to the boys, or do you plan on doing that night before game to really let them know what's at stake?
Yeah, I sent Wes a long voice memo kind of telling him.
Hey, what's the length of that? 18, 20, 30? What is the length of that actually?
Yeah, I think it was 15 minutes. It was short. Kind of what my thought process was last year, what the rules are, what the defenses are. In classic Welker form, he said, Peyton, okay, these are great plays, but y'all lost last year. They didn't work, so I'm bringing my own stuff. So I love the fight back from Welker. He was the same way as a teammate. And so, look, a lot of pressure's on him, right? He's got to come in here and do the job, but be fun.
A lot of people that know you are saying that it's all fun and games with Wes Welker being the guy calling the plays until. Is there a little bit of, have you already thought about the moment? Hey, what's up? What's going on?
We got photo bombs from Mosley Manning going on in the back. She just got off Space Mountain. She's excited. Look, I heard Eli chirping a little bit. Look, Wes has the reins. Until it's not going well, and I can take over. So that's just kind of the deal. But I expect Wes to be focused, to do the job. And like I said, Tua is our running back. Is our starting quarterback. We have other Dolphins, players in the backfield. So it should be pretty smooth, I think.
Okay, and last thing about the Pro Bowl before we ask you about the Super Bowl, as you get back to your vacation with your family that you've obviously earned, and shout out to Mosley making an appearance. Any Manning that makes an appearance on the program, we're honored.
Yep, awesome.
Just like Eli put a bounty on your head pretty much in the dodgeball game. He said anybody that hits you right in the dome will earn some sort of bounty from him. Are you keeping your head on a swivel, that big-ass head on a swivel during dodgeball? And what do you think about his tactics kind of being a little bit dirty this year, seemingly?
Yeah, look, I mean, Eli's comfortable, right? I mean, they won in kind of a controversial ruling last year. Look, it's got an asterisk next to it, Pat. You know that. You were broadcasting it. You saw what happened at the end of the game. So, look, he's cocky. He's comfortable. He's got to get some new material besides the forehead jokes, right? It's just, 3 years now of the same stuff, right? I mean, find some different writers and come back with something stronger. But, yeah, I'll be ready. I was talking to Quentin last night. I got Quentin Nelson. I got Ryan Kelly. I got my bodyguards, the AFC guys that are going to take care of me tonight. So I feel safe tonight for sure in dodgeball.
Couple Colts offensive linemen. Happy they came back to form this past year. Same with Gardner Minshew, obviously, on the squad. I'm excited to see him throughout all the games. He's electrifying. Let's talk about the Super Bowl here while we have you for a minute or two. Both these teams seem to be obviously playing their best ball, but also seem to be hated publicly, for whatever reason. The Chiefs, they win too much. The Niners, well, their quarterback is just surrounded by good players. It's like it's a Super Bowl. No shit. How do you feel about the matchup between the two, and how do you kind of see the game going, Peyton?
Look, I think it's the two best teams that are playing because they've done it, because they've gotten to this point. I think we've learned, don't tell Patrick Mahomes that he can't do something. Oh, you can't win in Buffalo? Watch this. No way you can win in Baltimore in an AFC championship. Watch this. And then everybody kind of wanted to write the Niners off after the Baltimore game. And, look, Green Bay at halftime, I think everybody said this game's over. The same for the Detroit game. And all they do is just keep fighting and keep coming back. And what Brock Purdy, all he does is get it done. He's calm and cool. I'm waiting to see Brock Purdy sweat. I haven't seen him sweat yet. He just looks as calm and collected in the pocket as Joe Montana. So it's the two best teams. I don't think Kyle Shanahan is super excited about the Niners being favorites. I think he'd like to have some say in that and I'm not sure why people keep picking against the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes as underdogs, but I know he likes that. I know he has that laminated in the locker room, bulletin board material. We're the underdogs. They're going to, channel that. So, look, it's been proven that I'm a bad predictor, so I'm not about to make a prediction. I think it's going to be a heck of a game. I think it's going to be high scoring. I do. I think it's going to be an offensive game, which is great. What both of those teams did in the playoffs, and especially in the championship games under tough conditions, my hat's off to them, and they deserve to be in this game.
All right. Well, enjoy the hell out of Disney World. Good luck this weekend at the Pro Bowl. You can't become completely defeated as a coach in the Pro Bowl. That can't happen. That's not Peyton Manning,
I agree, Pat. It won't happen. We will even the score in Orlando. And MVP, they used to give a car to the MVP. So we're working on the gift. Maybe, Pat McAfee wants to, name the MVP, but I'm going the early MVP candidate as I'm going CJ Stroud for the MVP.
Ooh.
Hey, rookie too, so it's his first time. He's going to want to ball out just like he has all year. I'm excited to see what Wes Welker cooks up for the boys. You're the man. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Pat.
All right, see you, Mosley. Ladies and gentlemen, Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Peyton.
All right, so that we talked about it a bit yesterday with JJ, but it's real. Like, Peyton Manning used to be the mayor of the Pro Bowl. And the reason why he was the mayor of the Pro Bowl is because obviously his dad was there. So he'd been at the Pro Bowl since he's like a little kid. And if you do recall, Eli and Peyton, I think there was like a Reebok commercial from back in the day when they're like 8 or 9 years old playing football in the front yard down in New Orleans. And they're like, even the next generation is ready. So they've actually been talked about as NFL quarterbacks since before they could handwrite, So the amount of pride that they have in the NFL and how thankful they are to be a part of the NFL is real and genuine. And when Peyton started seeing what was happening with the Pro Bowl, I think he was like, this can't, we got to keep this and preserve something in the NFL. Like we can't just lose everything to the modern way of thinking and business decisions and people lacking interest in stuff. Like Pro Bowl has to remain something that has value and has importance because the guys who work their ass off and the guys that carry the league, that's who the Pro Bowlers are. The Pro Bowlers are the guys that make all the money for the league. They're the ones that sell the tickets. They're the ones that make the teams good. It's like there has to be some sort of feeling of that still. So I appreciate that he's investing all the way back in it. I think it's going to be tough to make it like it once was, but as long as it remains something that is still somewhat important, I think that's good for all parties.